So, as the three of you enter the ziggurat, you enter in on what seems to be the ground level. Two of you realize that this thing goes up and goes down. Both of you also realize that the downstairs antechamber is probably the most massive.
Who doesn't?
Probably.
Yes. Röslein has not been in here before, unlike the rest of you.
Is it big or is it tunnely?
That was allowed?
Yes. Well, that was to you.
Oh, to me, it's...
We're inside, right? So what does
It's a
Rose
tunnel.
say? Okay.
Tunnely. Walls are very much what you would expect to see in like a necropolis, catacomb.
It was far quieter than it was before.
Question is, where do we go?
Look for any shamblers. Any of the sick in here. I want to see how it's changed.
Roll me intelligence plus survival to start navigating.
Who's navigating, or are we all rolling?
Yeah, is this a single roll or who are we?
If you want to support each other, you figure that out.
I'll support, yeah.
I could be really cheesy and use a spell to like bump my intelligence to like 20.
You can.
No, I got nothing. Sorry, I'm contributing nothing here.
Yeah, this is gonna be interesting.
Good.
Yeah. Nothing.
All right, don't worry, I'll do it myself.
It's this way. It's got to be this way. But it looks the same as that way.
I reckon, at like exact same time going like the opposite way. It's this way.
No, it's that way.
And Igor's just walking down one of the tunnels.
Stop arguing.
As you...
Yeah, I guess we follow.
As Igor descends and the others follow, stone gives way to not a more glamorous way of saying meat moss, but it's meat moss again. Everybody's favorite.
Oh,
What does it smell like?
Give me a roll. Perception, I guess this would.
Do I get any bonuses for being a vampire? Or is that only pertaining to blood?
I think you get in darkness. You get +2.
But since I'm smelling, I guess that wouldn't apply.
Don't think so.
Fair enough.
You don't smell better in darkness.
1.
It smells like tumors.
Interesting. I haven't smelled that in a while.
Also has a vague smell of pus. So that kind of OT
that's-
smell.
I've smelled that before, yeah. Totally.
I will look at it with a little different sight.
What sight?
Well, life, I suppose. Well, mage sight, life sight, etc. I essentially trying to determine if it's drastically changed from what he's seen like 7,000 years ago.
He's never seen this.
So,
Yes.
Yes. Meat
All the
moss-
more reason to look at it, because he's never seen it before.
You trying to scrutinize it?
yeah, we'll scrutinize it. Why not? It, assuming life is the most relevant arcana here?
Yes. Life is the most relevant.
Spend a point of willpower to do that. Ugh.
Nice.
So, this is a manifestation of the contagion itself, as in the actual entity. This is equivalent to walking on a part of its skin. To the best of what you can tell looking at the life weaving.
I wonder if it's here still, or if it's hiding.
I want to stab it.
Okay. Well, what are you stabbing it with?
A knife! What else do you stab things with?
You have claws, so, you know.
Yes, but she doesn't want to touch it yet, so knife.
It acts as if you popped a blister and begins to ooze.
Ooh. Cool.
It doesn't bleed, it's milky white.
Hmm. Does it shudder?
Nope.
Or is no- I don't know why. I just wanted to stab it.
Yet it has not risen up to prevent you. It either does not care or it's not here.
So if I stab it enough, it might care? Do we want it to care?
Potentially not. If you value stealth.
Hmm. Sometimes.
Anything from you, Tiago, other than maybe trying not to vomit after seeing that?
I'm gonna keep a lookout, and did that disturb anything?
Roll me perception.
One.
Doesn't seem like it's disturbed anything, but you do slowly start to notice that there is sort of a rhythmic movement to the meat moss, as if it's living. You can tell that. Almost like either a heartbeat or breathing.
Oh, joy.
Anybody else getting any music? Because I haven't heard anything. Sorry.
Oh, it's playing. Let me play something else.
I hear it not.
Okay, there we go.
That's weird.
I still don't hear it. Oh,
I do.
that's what's important. By that I mean you're the one recording it, so you need to hear it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just going to kind of keep eyes and ears open. Any sounds of company.
Continuing on further, Igor?
I don't believe so. Igor, upon looking at it and seeing it kind of as the contagion skin, is now under the assumption that the contagion is still here in this ziggurat, just spread out and further in. He doesn't really want to try to fight it right now. Because the contagion was on this side, in this realm before. So it stands to be assumed that it might be again. And now he's only one mage of 5, so... He's gonna take a couple steps back from it and... confirm that it's certainly still here on this side. And I believe it is but a part of the whole. I do not believe now is the time to confront the whole.
I thought this was part.
When all the parts add up, what do you have?
No, but you said this was part of the whole, but you didn't want to fight it now because it would be the whole.
If we continue onwards, I suspect we will meet the whole.
And that's not a good thing. Isn't that why we're here, to kill the whole?
Oh, it is. But I believe we should gather strength elsewhere. I remain separated from myself, and this I cannot abide. We are only 3, and it took 5 before to seal it. And I do not wish to offend, but I do not believe you two could represent either of the 5 that we need.
Thanks for the vote of confidence.
Saying I'm not good enough.
Exactly what he's saying.
Just because I'm full of holes.
Yeah, he's gonna lean down and... How did you hurt yourself already?
Which one?
You.
No, I know, but which one? This one or that one? Or this one was from the helicopter. This one was from... Well, that's a different story.
Cannot have you turning to dust already. And I'm gonna cast a spell to heal this little vampire, because half a health bar of ag kind of sucks.
5 paradox.
Well, you're the one rolling it.
Unless you want to mitigate with mana, but...
Oh no, there's no mitigating.
Oh, that's right. Sorry, you can't.
No, it's every spell automatically, minimum of 5.
Gotcha.
But yeah, I'm essentially just gonna do a mend with death, probably to actually be able to mend it, the corpse.
All right. 2 successes.
The same. 2 successes.
You can do it. I believe in you. You're rolling twice his die.
That doesn't mean anything. All right, excellent.
That's true. You failed with more.
Yes. And I mean, I don't really need to, but sure we can steal a reach from that. We can use the paradox to improve my reach. That's fine. Anyways, the dice pool is like stupidly high anyway. Yeah. Okay.
Heal 7 ag.
Heals, I think,
Whatever.
2 potency, so it'd heal like 8, I think, because I have 4 free potency.
So 8 ag as your body heals itself, Rose.
Well, it heals of all the recent wounds.
Yes.
Old ones, not so much. Because those are kind of a part of her from before she was a vampire.
He's gonna... You're still injured.
This is as good as it's gonna get.
Nonsense.
Oh no.
I'll do it again, but I'll use regeneration instead to repair scarred tissue. I don't know if it'll work, but we'll try.
I don't know either.
Tiago,
It also...
as you listen to the tomfoolery going on behind you, as it were, you do notice that the way the Avernon Gate works here is you don't need to go back outside. You can just move through at any point, as long as you are here.
I'll do a quick check in on the other side, see how things are different this far in.
Okay. I still wish there was another term. The level of meat moss has intensified. Instead of just it coating the ground, we're now talking about like almost spider webbed. Like even you stepping through causes you to, essentially like cobweb straight to the face of this meat moss. Which, as soon as you touch it, breaks apart and begins to ooze that white pus.
So, yeah, snap it off my fingers as much as I can, and
So, you failed.
Yeah. Okay, so 1 paradox
It's free.
success is fine. No. I don't know what it'll do.
But yes. Do you step back through, Tiago?
I want to see if there's any. Is there anyone around Kerberoy? Ghosts, whatever.
Roll me perception at -2 because meat moss is obviously cloudy. Yeah, you're not able to see through it very well, and
For sure. Where's mine? Mine's. Oh, 3 successes.
Nice.
successes. You hear water outside. You hear the trickles on the inside, but you also hear the water moving around you. There's something just outside the ziggurat swimming.
Is it big?
You can hear it through stone.
That kind of answers the question there.
Yeah, I was really hoping it was not exactly what I thought it was.
It's massive.
And yeah, slight shudder and otherwise empty, I'm guessing.
As far as you can tell, obviously the meat moss does make it a little hard, and you're having to rely more on hearing than sight.
Yeah.
But outside of something moving in the water and the trickling of water into this area,
Yeah, I'll step back. With that slight shudder.
You keep disappearing. Stop that. I don't know where we are.
Just checking in. Looking for friends.
Did you find any?
Something else. What I think we're looking for. What I think you're looking for.
Very good. I have let it be on its own for long enough, though. I would rather know what it's been up to these years.
So is it like your pet or something? Because I really wanted to kill it.
I do not believe killing it would really complicate things any different. You would cast it back to wherever it needs to be.
I just want to be able to call myself a dragon slayer, okay?
If that is the case, we can carve a dragon out of the crumbling buildings outside, and you can rip its head off if you so wish.
What, I have a stone dragon? You carve?
Why not? I mean, stone, flesh, metal, blood, they are all the same material at the end of the day.
At this point, Ishmael kind of looks at Tiago like, do you understand what this guy's talking about?
No idea.
It looks over towards Igor and shakes the safe that it calls ahead.
Yeah, I know how you feel.
The hole is here, the dragon is on the other side. Are there no ghosts left in this underworld?
Not that I've seen.
And then perhaps we can ask the others, the older folk.
I think it's just us for now.
I do not believe that. The ocean is quite vast.
They probably drowned by this point. Because the helicopter crashed right by the water, so if they landed in the water, then
No, no, no. I do not believe. I do not mean our water. No, the water on the other side. The ancients that swim in it. Surely they must be around. They have predated the echoes of people.
There's a sign of some of them. The old mariners that sail it. Beneath the surface, it's not for us to know.
Say again? Sorry.
Beneath the surface is not for us to know.
If you believe so.
Is there anyone you care about in this world? Any memories?
They died a long, long time ago.
No, that I don't believe. Because whatever you have that's worth holding on to will steal them away. I've been in those waters before. Old friends, forgotten.
We do not need to go swimming in the ocean. We are not fish. We will simply call upon them from the beachhead.
We don't have many dealings with them, to be honest.
If there are no ghosts, what else will we deal with then? Are there any other gates in this city? From before, you lived here, yes?
I've traveled it a long time, and there's gates wherever I need them to be.
Gates arrive in places of death and mourning. Even though this door is blown wide open, surely there are others we can enter through, less infected.
We could try.
So,
Where were they?
Been a long time since I've been there. Let's go to the cemetery.
So, where is that going to be? That's a question that I'm saying to myself.
where was it?
I'm pulling up the map. Give me one moment. As the group heads up, an entity steps where you once were, unbeknownst to the three of you. A rotting plague carcass. Though some, if they were here, would be familiar with it. For player knowledge, this is the same entity that the Deviants know far too well. Oh, that's not what I'm looking for. That has to do with Mage.
And why aren't you looking for it? Mage is everything.
You will have to head southwest to get to the graveyard. It is essentially near well, it's the cemetery of Francisco Paul. For those of you that want a map,
Yeah, I'm gonna make my way towards it.
skull symbol is the graveyard. The biohazard symbol is the ziggurat location.
Alright.
Yeah.
Gonna take a while to walk there. Which also means one thing. You've already been up for several hours. The sun's gonna start coming up soon. Which is something that is beginning to nag at the back of Rösleine's head.
How much longer-ish?
Probably about 4 a.m. if you had to guess.
So
And it's winter.
I don't know what that means in terms of sunrise.
In the southern hemisphere.
8-ish.
We'll see. Actually, it wouldn't be 8-ish. Because, I am from the northern hemisphere, so I tend to translate everything. It's winter on the northern hemisphere, so you're looking at 5:31 is sunrise.
So an hour and a half.
Yes. You'll get to the graveyard before then, but
Well, what happens, happens.
is that allowed?
She kind of mumbles it to herself as she's, looking at the sky, checking her wrist. She doesn't have a watch. Not too much longer. How long does it take to get to this cemetery place?
Storyteller?
About another 30 minutes.
And how long to go through the gate?
Moments. But don't worry. If you want somewhere to stay, there's a few people that were absolutely terrified that they wouldn't be remembered. Some big mausoleums.
Well, I don't really mind not having a place to stay. I've been homeless for a long time.
I know what you are. You'll be out of the light. Dark.
Well, good.
Cold time. I assume that's not a problem.
As long as it's dark, I'm good.
As you arrive, the faint glow of the sun, beginning to peak up. You'd start seeing the crest of daylight with an hour left.
Mm-hmm. Starts getting bright over on the horizon.
Yeah. The Vernon Gate, you had closed it the last time, and it had remained closed. But of course, no small task for one such as yourself.
Let's open it.
Ishmael kind of pulls out his key, waiting for you to pull out something similar to use, even if just symbolically.
I will take out, although he's not observant, and actually paying particular attention to one seemingly inconsequential headstone. Take out a rosary.
As the key fits into the lock, what does Tiago do?
Sort of runs the rosary as if it were being used until it's.
The lock clicks, and the gate is opened. Ishmael returns the key. Well, himself.
His face.
And then gestures for you to enter.
And the way is opened. Where? Indicate where it is. Just walk.
Are you on something? There's nothing there.
To you.
So if I just walk that way...
I'll walk with you. I've done this a lot of times.
Crazy for listening to this. She starts kind of... that stomp of indignation.
Igor,
Just,
you heading in?
Yeah, he's gonna start make his way that way, and there is no sun down there, if that puts haste in your step.
Oh, the sun. Okay. It does put haste.
Just,
I don't know where I'm going. I'm just going that way.
just gonna tap the top of that headstone, and it's there. Still here, Mama. Not yet. And follow them.
As you follow, Ishmael wraps himself around Röslein. And that is when, Röslein, you see the underworld for the very first time. It's kind of bluish glow of a cavern that you seem to be in. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Geists are essentially material in the underworld, are they not?
I believe so.
Geists are always, quote unquote, in the Sin Eater, but they can project themselves. And if their projections are physical in the underworld too, like all the other ghosts.
Just for hilarity's sake, Röslein, you also realize that something has entwined itself around your body, and as you look, you notice its very long limbs, arms, legs, and then eventually the torso moves around, and it's got a massive, like, bank teller safe for a head. You just hear and see the dial clicking slowly as it rotates. Click. Click. Click.
Well, she's going to attack it. She doesn't like to be touched.
Before you can even attempt to attack, it does unwind itself from you and goes to Tiago's side.
It would barely get away. What the hell is that thing?
We have a deal. The reason I can't die.
Well, I'll make a deal with it. If it touches me again, I'm gonna kill it.
It's an embodiment of death.
I haven't seen anything I haven't been able to kill.
I think this is also the first time Igor would actually visibly see it like this. He would have known it was there with Death's Sight, but I don't think he would have saw it.
I think he would have. Unless that's a separate spell.
They always kind of peek your peripheral mage sight, but without turning it on actively, you don't really physically see them.
Ah, that's a spell then. Okay.
Yeah. But he is unconcerned. He knows it's there. He knows it's a ghost. Are we in a tunnel, or are we like on an island?
You're in the upper reaches, so it's tunnels.
So we're still a tunnel. Okay.
Just a question to, just a mechanical thing. Can you actually kill the Geist? Or is that
They have to be unleashed.
Yeah.
right?
If it's just in its quote unquote twilight, it would die, but then it would just make another.
Yeah. But it's, obviously the bound can die, but they just come back so many times.
Mm.
I'm going to kind of gesture, get Tiago's attention, and this, I will admit, is unfamiliar. These tunnels. I am not used to the below world looking like this. Lead on, if you wish. I assume this looks familiar to you.
As I said to... Is it Rosalind?
It's Röslein. No D.
Okay. As I said to Rosalind, I am the boatman. I take you where you need to go.
Well, bring us either to a disparate collection of echoes and ghosts clinging to existence, or to the waters themselves. I care not which.
And the ferryman always takes his coin.
Do you think I have currency on me? No. I will humor you. I'll spawn a coin if I have to.
Is there a boat?
Literally a flick of your fingers. I'm not even gonna make you roll for that
Yeah.
that spell. Like literally a
Yes,
flick
come
of
on,
fingers.
Children's magicians could do that one.
I could
Yeah,
do
it's
that
fine.
one.
It's probably a very old coin, because he doesn't know what a modern, like, Brazilian currency is. He probably spawns you like a Roman nickel or whatever they are.
Doesn't matter, it just needs a coin. And is there a boat?
Well, right now you're in the upper reaches, which it's a trickle of water. It's not enough to. You have to navigate down a little bit further.
So yeah, I will. Yeah, I'll head towards where I know the water's been flowing.
Okay, give me your roll to navigate the upper reaches.
What would this be? Remind me. Is this just like whatever?
Survival
It's a couple
intelligence?
different options depending on how
Oh.
you're doing it.
Yeah.
Oh.
I believe the
uh,
last time Tiago did it, it was survival, or it was with streetwise, I believe.
If it's streetwise, yeah, I'll take that one. That's one success.
You eventually reach what used to be the town of the Mayor. Now it's fairly abandoned. However, the boat that he gifted you, loaned you, however you want to phrase it, still remains there.
I'll indicate for them to board. Do they both have to pay, or is it just one of them?
Both have to pay.
I don't make the rules,
Mm,
but the ferrymen must be paid.
so, reach behind into her fanny pack. Just want you to know I stole this fair and square.
I don't question where it comes from. Indicate them to board.
Do they board?
I'm gonna take a quick gaze around.
What you see...
Sorry.
I was actually going to say, what you see is fairly familiar to you. There's a lot more rocky outcrops than you're used to, but if you were to compare how it used to look versus what it used to look like maybe 10 years ago versus what it looks like now, it looks closer to what you were used to back then.
But there are still buildings. This is new to him.
Yes.
Ghosts constructing echoes of towns.
New
But
memories.
there's no ghosts around, though, correct?
Not here, no.
Then he will board.
Tiago?
And Rosalind's boarded, right?
Yes, she's pointing out, different holes and stuff. Is that supposed to be like that? Looks
Doesn't
kind of
matter.
kind of rickety.
Does not matter. Push off from the side. Begin the
Where are you heading? Because it's not a matter of if you can get there. A ferryman always knows his way.
Where did Gavin? Where did Igor want to go?
Igor is either looking for any surviving community of ghosts to start interrogating about what happened, or if that fails, he's going to go try to talk to a Chthonian. And I mean, that's that's a long shot, but that's my backup plan.
So yeah, looking anywhere where ghosts might linger, and if not, plan B.
Plan A. You eventually come to a cavern guarded by a massive worm. Welcome, Cavern of Flames. None of you have been here before, have you?
Not here specifically.
So you need to know the rules. No flame is to be disturbed. You can never... Peter, if you remember off the top of your head, please help, because...
Top of my head, I know there was no flame disturbed. There was stay on the path. You have to walk the path all the way to the end. I don't remember what else.
There was something to do about information as well.
Leave no flame disturbed.
Uh-huh.
Must follow course to its end. Guide others with any knowledge you gain.
That one, yeah.
Should you break these rules? Well, kind of looks over at the Sin Eater. You know what'll happen.
I do.
With a jerk of its body, it rolls over, exposing the entrance of the cavern.
Shall we?
First off, what is that? She's pointing to the big worm.
A guardian of the underworld.
Didn't do a very good job now, did it?
As long as we follow the rules, it won't have to.
And I'm not the one that you need to worry about.
How much fire is in there?
You can look and you see they're like actual like candlesticks that light predominantly second-story windows, major outcroppings and things like that. They provide enough light that you can see via candlelight, essentially. But it's not like any sort of bonfire.
Still less than comforting.
If you wish to wait outside, I do not believe anyone will stop you. I'll gaze around and you'll find nothing but rock out here.
There's also a considerable lack of flame out here, too. Y'all can go talk to bug people if you want in the fires of hell. I'll wait here. She sits down.
Tell me, Door Guardian, if whatever your title may be, what do you or the inhabitants here know of the serpent swirling about the seas below, around the ziggurat?
The serpent? Nothing. Nobody knows anything. The ziggurat, however, you're gonna want to go to the deeper recesses of the cavern. There's an old Stone Age village. There's somebody there that knows about the ziggurat. Looks over at the Sin Eater. Wouldn't be the first time he received guests of your nature either.
When?
Oh, several years back, or what constitutes as a year for you. One was, I believe, a doctor. Then another one was... Julia visited, right? As well?
Yes.
And then another one was a wood carver of some nature, I believe.
Have they both died now?
They were on the helicopter, I assume.
Julia drowned, and the other one burst into flames. So yes, they are dead.
Malcolm, yeah.
Malcolm.
They've made their final journey now.
Hard to pick up an emotion on a bug face.
Röslein, I can't promise that this is where we'll come back to.
Is there another exit?
I don't. There may well be. Where it is, I don't know. I cannot say.
Whatever you choose to do, I will venture in and speak to this village. I'm curious to know which ones know of this ziggurat. It is not my people, I can tell you that much. But Igor's gonna trail off there and go on in.
Tiago?
You'll be safe. Follow the path. The flames will not hurt you, as long as you do not disturb them.
Ishmael offers his hand, as if to say, walk with me.
And he understands this place more than I do.
She doesn't take the hand, but she does get up and surprisingly timidly heads toward the entrance.
And with that,
So I'll follow.
You have just finished listening to this week's episode of the Contagion Chronicle, The World Plague, the conclusion to the Domain Gaming's Contagion Anthology, written and told by Wyverian. A special thanks to you, the listener, and if you wish to continue supporting us, subscribe, like, and share. As always, comments are welcomed. Until the next chapter, don't stop asking yourself, what is this plague that invades both body and mind?